briefly, welcome to the Blue Frontier Campaign Peter Benchley Ocean Awards. And I think at a time like this, when we're seeing ocean disaster in real time, it's even more important to celebrate the innovators and leaders and scientists and policymakers, the media folks, the youth activists, and seaweed marine grassroots leadership that offers solutions and gives us some hope that we still can turn the tide. So we're just briefly going to point out our winners here, and then let you get back to conversations with them. This is Wendy Benchley.
Not a winner, but glad to be here.
My name's Dave Helberg. I'm president, founder of Blue Frontier Campaign, which we'll tell you later. Idea is to promote unity or herd catfish, whichever term works. And
let's get Dave hard job.
And we're just this evening we're going to have several hundred people honoring leaders of the ocean community, and this year's winners that we're just presenting in random order for excellence in science is going to be Jesse Ausable, who's led the 10-year census of marine life that is just concluding this year, and gives us this science baseline to understand how many critters are still out there and what they're doing day to day without getting into too many sexual details. They have very strange reproductive strategies out there. Talk off camera. The winner for policy is Dr. Jane Lubchenco, who's the administrator of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration, which is the lead civilian agency for the oceans in the United States, and is also doing all the government science and research on the ongoing disaster in the Gulf. The excellence in exploration is going to Don Walsh, who's spent a lifetime as a ocean explorer, and also as one of only two people who 50 years ago, he looks too youthful, but 50 years ago he went as a Navy lieutenant, right? Went down in the Trias to the deepest point on our planet's surface in the Marianas Trench. And while we've sent hundreds of people into space, he's now the only person who's been there, and it seems odd since when we go into space, the first thing we look for as a sign of life is water. And in terms of media, excellence in media is going to Louis Soyas. I was going to say it correctly. Louis Soyas, whose documentary The Cove is cutting-edge suspense, telling the story, the real-time story of the dolphin slaughter taking place in Japan, and you've probably seen it in the New York Times the last several days, where some right-wing extremist groups are trying to keep it out of the theaters there. Also won an Academy Award for it as Best Documentary.
But Louis said that they are going to be showing it now in 2 or 3 theaters in Japan, so that's wonderful. And then it'll go viral, and it'll be all over the world.
No, we won't give it away. That's where we'll get it.
Oh, so you're going the nonprofit route here. And the youth activist winner, Kyle Thierman, who's a Santa Cruz surfer, who's also been in the fight went, like many kind of surfer heroes, went down to get a stoke in Chile, and then discovered a power plant being built and worked with local fishermen to oppose it. Came back and decided big banks funding bad projects are not where we should put our money. Helped transfer money to community banks and returned after the earthquake to help rebuild the fishermen of that community. And we'll talk more about that later. And every year we do we call them seaweeds, marine grassroots, and this year's hero of the seas, who was named before the Gulf disaster, is Cynthia Sarthou, who's executive director for the last 15 years of the, and you look too young, executive director of the Gulf Restoration Network, which has become the frontline citizen action group in the Gulf, dealing with the disaster, and has a long history of fighting pollution and bringing communities together. And that's our winners. Philippe Cousteau, who's also been down there diving smartly in a hazmat suit in the Gulf, is going to be our MC this evening. And later you'll see amazing, this is the first year we have a unique Benchley Manta statue, which is produced by marine artist Wyland. And I haven't even actually seen them, but
We forgot.
Betty Moore Foundation.
Betty Moore Foundation.
oh,
Very gold.
Barry Gold is here from, our Foundation Spirit Award, which is going to the Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation, and Barry's representing them. They're a foundation that's committed to a range of ocean science and policy. I didn't realize that they were major supporters of the Census of Marine Life, but they're also, we're giving them this honor for their commitment to marine spatial planning, which President Obama recognized as essential to creating a new, really a first U.S. ocean policy, which we hope will give organization to our public seas and prevent disasters like we're experiencing now from repeating if we begin to organize all the people who are out there in ways that the operations are sustainable over time and protect and restore healthy public seas. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sorry.
Yes,
So yes,
there we go.
that's our award winners, and we just wanted to introduce them to media folk and give you an opportunity to talk to them one-on-one about the issues, and you're also invited to join us for the main ceremonies this evening, and there's some free books in the back, and only so much food and wine, but you know, as a former reporter, I know that's difficult to say. There's not an open bar, but I hope you'll stay anyway. Yeah, if people have questions, or if you just want to, I guess if there's individual questions, and otherwise you can just meet with the winners one-on-one.
Okay,
Okay?
all right,
Thank you for,
thank you.
do we have a group photo?
I did get one.
There you go.
It's a little hard, maybe people should stand up.
Yeah, you see that, that'd be great.
Should we stand forward? Wyland, Philippe, do you want to stand up?
Then we come back to back, belly to belly.
Maybe get closer.
Yeah, I think closer, sideways,
Scoot in.
scoot in.
Turn sideways. Ready? 1,